Howdy folks, AJ coming at you again, your resident vintage gamer. And it's Beer 30. Okay, I was not expecting that. Today's selection is by Full Sail Brewery. This is the Full Sail ESB. ESB standing for Extra Special Bitter. Yes, it is. I was not expecting it to be that bitter. Kind of caught me off guard. Sorry about that. This beer says only available for 90 days. So they only make it 90 days out of the year. This is what it looks like. It's got beautiful color. I did notice that when I opened it, the aroma hit me. That bitter aroma did hit me in the face, but I wasn't expecting it to taste the way it did. Okay, now that it's let it breathe a little bit, now it's quite delicious. Yeah, my mistake was I should have let it breathe a little bit first before I took that first swig, but now it is doggone delicious. Anyway, this Beer 30, we're going to be talking about fantasy football for 2014. So if you are not a football fan or a sports fan, and if you don't play fantasy sports, then this probably won't be the video for you. However, if you are any of those things, then let's get ready. Let's hit it hard. I just got my invite from my standard league that I belong to, and I was looking at the rankings and everything for the pre-draft stuff, and I just thought that while we sit here and have a beer, we could talk real quick about who I think each position, skilled positions, are the people to keep your eye on for this year. This is just my opinions again. I've been a football fan for 35 years or something like that. About 35 years, maybe a little longer. And I finished 4th last year, so take that for whatever it's worth. In my league, I was 4th, so I could be full of shit too. So, but let's start off with the running back position. A lot of people are, saying Jamal Charles and are putting him at number 1 and so forth. I cannot, in any good faith, pick anybody at number 1 for running back other than Adrian Peterson. I just have a feeling that he is going to have another monster year. I don't know how many more he has left in him, but I think he's going to have another monster year. Next one is somebody that I pick every year. He is a steady producer. He has not had that superstar, superhuman year that everybody thought he was going to. I'm talking about Reggie Bush. But as far as fantasy goes, he is steady. He is rock solid. As long as he doesn't get hurt, as long as he stays healthy, I keep hoping that he's going to have that superstar year where they feed him the ball, he gets enough carries, and because they use him as a receiver quite a bit too. Last year he had over 1,500 all-purpose yards. He had 1,000 yards, rushing, and he had over 500 yards receiving. So that's just somebody I pick every year. Quarterback cannot go with anybody else other than Peyton Manning as my number 1. Number 2, behind Peyton Manning, I think is Andrew Luck is going to have a monster year. Just again, gut feeling. I just saw how he performed, how he's been progressing, and I think this is going to be his year to just go apeshit. So, wide receiver. My number one pick is going to surprise a lot of people because I think he's overdue. I thought he was going to have his breakout year last year, and he did well. Julio Jones. I think Julio Jones is going to have his breakout year this year. The other one, and when I say number one, these guys, one and two, they're right up there together. There's no one or two. They're both, they share the number one spot, you could say. Demaryius Thomas, and he had a good year last year. He's got Peyton Manning throwing to him. I think he's going to have an outstanding year. Tight end. Everybody, of course, is picking Jimmy Graham at number one. Here's why I don't think Jimmy Graham is going to be your number one tight end this year. I think he's pissed off. I think he's pissed off about losing his battle for the franchise tag to be tagged as a wide receiver, and it cost him something like $5 million as a result, because he can get franchise tagged as a tight end instead of a wide receiver, and the difference is about $5 million. And I just don't know if that's going to affect his gameplay. I've seen things in the past where players were having off the field disagreements with their management and their ownership, and I've seen it affect their play. Take that for what's worth. Maybe Jimmy Graham's a bigger man than that, and he'll bust his ass and keep on performing. I just have a gut feeling that he's going to suffer. It's going to suffer a little bit because of that. So I think Vernon Davis on the 49ers is going to have a bombshell year. He had a good year last year. He's a strong tight end. I think Kaepernick is going to find him a lot. So anyway, those are my skilled players, that my picks for fantasy for this coming up year. Always have fun with fantasy. I hope you guys do too. Feel free to leave your picks and stuff below if you want to. And you might want to try it when this is available. As we learned on this video, you're going to want to open it, let it breathe a little bit, and then give it a try. It's delicious now. Yeah, that's different. It's not bitterness from hops. I'm not sure what gives it its bitterness, but there's enough, and you can see how dark it is. There's enough maltiness in there to kind of balance it out. It's just got a lot of character, a lot of deep flavor. It's good. So anyway, all right, guys, cheers, and we'll catch you on the next one.